Hi guys, it's me again. This is my second book review. I'll be reviewing The Taker by Alma Kitsu. It's the first book in the Taker Trilogy. And for the non-spoiler section, here we go. Alright, so it's basically about this woman named Lenore. And she's brought into a hospital, but she's brought in by the police because she's a suspect of killing someone, but they want to make sure that she's not injured or anything because there's like blood all over her, and they found her in the woods and all this other stuff. So she meets this doctor named Luke, and like he's checking her out and stuff and making sure she's okay, and she starts telling him this really kind of fantastical mystery that really intrigues him, and she gets him to kind of start not I say believe her, but he's kind of on the ledge of whether is this real, is this not real, I don't really know. And then she does something that just makes him believe her 100%, and she ask him to help help her escape, because she's like, oh well, the guy that I killed wanted to die and all this other stuff. And so he helps her escape, and she continues telling him the story as they're on their journey to escape the police. And we meet a couple other characters. It's told in 3 different point of views. We have Luke's point of view, which is the present day. We have Lenore's point of view, which is back in, I think, 1819. And then we have Adair's view, which is, I don't even know when it was told. It was a while ago. And, I mean, I really, really liked this. I thought it was intriguing, and it really opened up a lot of doors. And it was a great book, and the writing in it is really great. It captures you from the first page, and it's almost poetic in a way that she writes it. How would I describe this book? It would be like a mystery thriller with a little bit of supernatural put in. They're actually, like, even though it's about, I mean, this isn't a spoiler or anything, they're immortal. And because you learn that, I think, from like the back of the book, and they tell you like firsthand. And it's just really, really, really intriguing, and it's not really a romance. So if you're thinking this is a romance, it's not. It's more of a story about survival and mystery, and it's really thrilling, and it's a wonderful adventure, and I would hope that you take a chance and enjoy it. Alright, and then we're on to the spoiler section. Alright. This book, it was really, really good. I don't really have that many complaints about it, to be honest. The only really big complaint I had was Adair's point of view, or his section in the book, because this book's told in parts, like I think 3 or 4 parts, and he's like, his story or his point of view is mainly all of part 2, and it just goes on for a little bit too long for me. I feel like they could have just summed it up when the story that he's telling Lenore about his life, about how he became immortal and stuff. But I think the reason why they tell the story is that so we get a really good, like, I guess, image of Adair, but then that twist, I think that's why, because when you after you read Adair's point of view, the twist at the end, or towards the end, really just, it makes the book for me. It really did. I really, really loved that twist. and where like Adair is the physic instead of the peasant boy, and that he can switch bodies. That was so good, so good. And then let's see. So there wasn't really much of a plot for a lot of the book. Only towards like the end did we really start to see a plot. It's more just about how the mystery of Lenore, or what Lenore is, and what all these other people are, which is immortals, and how they became, and it's almost like a history, but a very interesting, intriguing history. So, let me see, we got like almost 6 minutes out, so I'll wrap this up a little bit more. And then, let's see, we have Jonathan. Jonathan, he's such a jerk, honestly. I don't know why Lenore was so obsessed with him, because it's either she's obsessed or she's in love with him. I think it's a bit of both, because I would think you're obsessed because you do have feelings for someone and they don't give you anything in return, and that frustrates you, so you get fixated on them. But she mistakes it as, she actually loves this person, which, she could. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't. It's just that she spent so much time and effort and all this other stuff on him, and he didn't really deserve it. But yeah, I thought that Jonathan was okay. I mean, I thought he was a jerk majority of the time. He's a big man slut. But the thing is, after what Lenore and Adair and everyone else in his life did to him, I did feel bad for him. I thought his death was a little anticlimactic, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, he wanted to die because he finally fell in love. Really? Really? That was your excuse, Jonathan? Whatever. Let me see. Look at my notes. Lenore, I thought she was a good character. She has her flaws, but she also has her strengths. And I thought Magda was cool. I thought Adair was a really great villain, even though I didn't really like his point of view part in the book, because I thought it was a little bit too long and there wasn't a whole lot of point to it. Let me see. You could definitely tell Alma Kitsu did her research before writing this book, because it reads just like a historical novel. Like, I could definitely imagine St. Andrew or Maine or Adair's house, and I just thought that was a really good effort on her part, and it certainly paid off. It just, when you do your research, it just makes your story better. It makes it more believable, and it's easier to place yourself in the story, or to follow the story. Let me see. I think Luke is kind of so far, because the story isn't really about him. He's more of what we're supposed to be. He's more of the reader listening to Lenore's story. So I'm hoping in the second book he has more of a role, other than helping her. I mean, he helped her escape, but that's really all he did. I can't wait to see what happens with Adair, because the ending of this book, it's kind of just left a little open-ended, because you have they're in Paris, and Lenore is like getting rid of all the, like, I guess, historical artifacts that she's kept over the years, and then I think Luke's with her, and he sees these letters, I think from the realtor that was in Adair's old house, and there's like a couple of them, so he's like, that's a little odd. And so I'm thinking, like, because Lenore and Jonathan, I think they didn't poison him, but they paralyzed him momentarily through like a herb, and they like tied him up, and then they buried him alive inside of a wall, which I thought that was the best thing ever. Ever. I was like, yes! Awesome. And then, so yeah, they, like, Luke sees the letters from, I guess, the realtor, I'm assuming, of the house. And, you know, I'm assuming Adair is going to be, you know, a really big part in the second book called The Reckoning, which I'm definitely going to read and do a review on that one, hopefully. But, yeah, I gave this book 4 stars. It's really fantastic, even though I wouldn't say it's for everyone. It's not really a romance novel, and it's not really like it does not read like a Jane Eyre or it doesn't read like a Jane Austen thing or even a Dracula thing, really. It's more of, it's just, like I said, like a mystery thriller, and it's more about the characters than the plot. So if you don't really like those type of stories, then it's not gonna be your cup of tea. If anything, I would say if you liked the Night Circus, which I loved the Night Circus, The Taker would be a good book for you. But if you didn't like the Night Circus or anything like that, you're not gonna like this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time.